Sabine27 from Team Blast is in the middle of the pack, but not making any major moves so far. The drivers this lap are determined for positions and getting ready for the upcoming laps. It looks like there are some really tight calls between drivers in the midfield, with only a few corners left to reposition himself. We have just started the race here at the Circuit of the Americas, and the F3 drivers are already up to speed. There's already some great action going on out on the track. We got some drivers pushing hard to pass their opponents and a few battles for position at the front of the pack. Stay tuned for more thrills and spills from the F3 drivers. Assetto is holding steady in fourth after the first lap. Dallara and Assetto have taken a narrow lead heading into lap 2, with COTA hot on their heels in third. Assetto 17 and Zoom Drive 88 are right behind Assetto in 5th and 6th respectively. It looks like we're set for an exciting race ahead. We've just seen a lap 0C come around the final corner and make up some ground. Now they are in 5P and racing hard against the group ahead. We can expect an exciting finish to this lap, and we definitely don't want to miss out on any of the action. We've just seen the start of this epic car race, with lots of cars competing for the top spot. Assetto19 is currently in 6th position, but with 45 laps still to go, there's plenty of time for that to change. It's set to be an exciting race. Stay tuned to see who comes out on top. We are getting some great racing here. On the last lap, Assetto is holding steady in 4th place with a best lap time of 2:00.075, which puts them 2.395 seconds off the pace of the fastest lap so far. This race is going to be one to remember with lots of exciting action. We are on an interesting lap here with Assetto19 looking to make a move on a lap 0C for the 5th position. Both cars are neck and neck, and the pressure is mounting as the race intensifies. One false move and the advantage could tilt in the opposite direction. As they approach the corner, we will make the vital move to gain that extra position. We are about to find out. We are witnessing an exciting race in the making with positions changing almost every second. Assetto19 is just half a second behind a lap 0C in 5th position, and both drivers seem to be fiercely competing for a higher ranking. It's an incredibly close competition between the two currently, and we'll just have to wait and see how this will unfold in the remaining laps. It's a close race at the moment. Rafael from Team Blast is 0.4 seconds behind COTA03 from Team Nafgum Kings in 10th place, creating a dynamic fight for position early on. Assetto19 just put in an impressive burst of speed on this lap, and he has gained a few positions. He is now one position away from the top 5, just 0.2 seconds behind a lap 0C in 5th place. He'll have to keep the pace up if he wants to keep up with the leading pack. It's a thrilling race here, with Stewie0 in the 3rd position right now. Assetto39 is hot on their heels though, only 0.4 seconds behind. With so much left in the race, there's still plenty of time for them to make a move and get to the front. Let's see what happens. It's a heated race with the top 5 cars bunched up together. Seamus 19 is looking to gain some ground and move up the ranking, closing in on a lap 0C in 5th place. Stay tuned to see if Seamus 19 can overtake and move up in position. Seamus 19 is holding his own in the middle of the pack on this 3rd lap. He is posting a time of 1:58.622, 1.269s off the fastest lap, as the drivers battle for position. This race is sure to be full of twists and turns as each lap progresses. It looks like we have some tight action on the track here. McTomato 39 is hot on the heels of 0 Stewie 0 right now, 0.3 seconds separating them. Both drivers are very close to each other, and it's sure to be some exciting moments at this stage of the race. It's all happening out on the track. Assetto 227 is fighting hard to make up some ground, 0.4 seconds behind Wolf of Eco from Team Eco Racing in 7th place. Assetto 227 looking to move up the rankings and get into top positions. We just saw lap 0C manage to overtake Seamus 19, moving up into 5P with a 0.4 second lead. We are now waiting for the next lap to see if a lap 0C can hold onto their lead. Right now, Assetto 227 is 8th place, and they are only a half second behind Wolf of Eco from Team Eco Racing in 7th. It's anyone's race right now, and with so many laps left we could be seeing some big changes soon. It's a close race right now as Assetto 227 is hot on the heels of Wolf of Eco from Team Eco Racing. They both have their eyes firmly set on that 7th spot, and it looks like it'll be an exciting battle until the checkered flag. Seamus 19 is making a push to take the lead. He is 0.4 seconds behind a lap 0C in 5th place, and is steadily gaining on them on this lap. The race is getting increasingly intense as they approach the final laps. We are on what is shaping up to be an exciting race. Seamus 19 currently sits in 6th place and is actively trying to improve their lap time. They are 1.100 seconds away from the fastest lap so far of a 1:58.453. Let's see if they can keep this performance up and make their way up the leaderboard. There's a tight race between Acuity and O1 Data 1967 from Team for 20. Acuity is just 0.4 seconds behind in 1P, pushing it to the limit. Along with them, many others are also competing fiercely in this race. It's a close race between Acuity and O1 Data 1967 from Team for 20 right now. Acuity is right on the tail of O1 Data 1967, trying to catch up and grab that lead. We're seeing a tight battle between the two, with only half a second between them. Who will come out on top? Keep watching to find out. We have just seen some intense action at the track. Assetto 227 has been challenging Wolf of Eco from Team Eco Racing for position, making a few daring overtakes down the straights. Assetto is getting very close now and looks to be making a move for 7th spot anytime soon. There's no telling who will come out on top of this intense battle for lap 5. Things are getting intense. Assetto is pushing hard out there, trying to gain a position over Wolf of Eco from Team Eco Racing. Right now they are neck, and it looks like this could be the deciding factor of who wins this race. Keep watching to find out who will come out on top. It looks like Seamus 19 is going all out trying to make their way up the leaderboard. They are currently 0.4 seconds behind a lap 0C in 5th place, but don't let that fool you. This race is far from over and we're sure to see an incredible battle in the laps to come. Assetto is on a mission to close the gap between them and Wolf of Eco from Team Eco Racing in 7th place, 0.4 seconds standing in their way. The drivers are pushing the limits to make up the time, leaving it all on the track. We are rapidly approaching the midway point of this race. Assetto is now 0.5 seconds behind Wolf of Eco from Team Eco Racing in 7th, with the rest of the pack close behind. Assetto will be looking to overtake and move up the ranks. Who will come out on top in this neck-and-neck battle? Stay tuned to see how this plays out. Coming up on lap 7, it looks like Assetto is 0.5 seconds behind Wolf of Eco from Team Eco Racing and both cars are fighting for position. Let's see who comes out on top as we watch this thrilling race. It's a tight race at the moment, with Raphael from Team Blast just a 1/10 of a second behind Hugged 03 from Team Nafgum Kings in 10th place. There's still a lot of laps left to go, so it'll be very interesting to see who is able to maintain this position. As the race continues to pick up speed, Seamus 19 is still in the hunt and holding steady at 6th place. The leader currently holds the best lap on the track with an impressive 1:57.856 and 0.755 off from the fastest lap. It will be a tight race for these top contenders, so stay tuned for further developments. Assetto started the race in 7th place but has since pushed up to 8th position, however they are still only half a second behind Wolf of Eco from Team Eco Racing who's currently in 7th. This is going to be an incredibly close race, it's all eyes on the leaderboard. Deplorably is making some major moves here as they try to move up the rankings. They are pushing it to the limit, and they've started to close in on Lacroix from Team Blast. It's neck and neck between these two drivers, and the intensity is palpable. Can Deplorably make a comeback before the race ends? We will have to wait and see. The drivers are racing around this track, and the action is heating up. Seamus 19 is currently in 6th place and just 0.4 seconds behind a lap 0C in 5th. All eyes are on them as they battle it out for position on this lap. Who will make the move? Tune in to find out. We just had an exciting race update. McTomato 39 is now within 0.2 seconds behind Acuity in 2nd place with only 37 laps to go. It's going to be a close race to the finish line. We just witnessed a great move by Seamus 19 on a lap 0C, powering around the outside to gain another place. Seamus 19 is on a mission here, looking to make their way up as far as possible in this race. They are now sitting just 0.4 seconds behind a lap 0C in 5th position, pushing hard to get another place. The excitement continues. It's an intense race here at the track as Postaplant is pushing hard to catch up to Niag from Team Epic Bro Moment Racing. Postaplant is just half a second behind and is determined to gain ground on this lap. They fight for position, and we can feel the tension mounting as the finish line draws ever closer. Will Postaplant make their move or not? Follow the action here to find out. Acuity is in 3rd place right now and pushing hard to catch up. They are 0.4 seconds behind McTomato 39 in 2nd place but gaining fast. We're about halfway through the race and it's heating up with Acuity and McTomato 39 trading positions every few seconds. This promises to be an exciting finish. We're in the thick of the race now. Seamus 19 is close on the tail of the car in front of them. They are just 0.4 seconds slower than a Lapok, so they have to have some impressive driving skills to get ahead of them. It's going to be exciting to see how this plays out as the race progresses. We are just past the halfway point of this intense race, and we're seeing some wild action out on the track. Wolf of Eco from Team Eco Racing just overtook Seamus 19 for 6th place and is now giving chase to the next driver. We can't wait to see what happens next. We just saw an exciting turnover. Seamus 19 just pushed past a lap 0C and is now in 5P. It looks like we have a neck-to-neck race here with Seamus 19 and the driver in 4P, Andrew 3, who's only 0.2 seconds behind Seamus 19 at this point. Let's keep our eyes on these two and see which one of them will take this incredible race to the finish line. We have seen a tight battle between D0CKL0CK and Shoshitodoroki 39 over the last few minutes, with D0CKL0CK managing to carve himself a 0 point for lead and currently in position 12. The other drivers are right on their tail, however. The pressure is definitely on for both of these competitors. The race is heating up with Acuity coming up hard in 3rd place to challenge McTomato 39 for the coveted 2nd place position. The gap between the two stands at just half a second, so it won't take much for either driver to take the lead. We are rapidly approaching the second half of the race, so it's all to play for. Assetto 39 has just made a pit stop. They were in position 2 entering the pits, and look to be back on the track as they exit. Keeping a close eye on their progress as we get nearer to the final laps. Wow! Our Raphael from Team Blast is already making a move. It looks like they've decided to make a pit stop, and that's going to give them an opportunity to refuel, make some adjustments, and gain some valuable time versus the competition on the racetrack. They are currently in position 11, and this could be big news in terms of improving their overall race standings. We'll have to keep an eye out to see if this pays off for them. We just had an interesting moment as Wolf of Eco from Team Eco Racing slips into the 5th spot. It looks like Eco is on the hunt and pushing hard to catch up to the leading pack. We could be looking at a new leader soon. Hold onto your hats, viewers. We have just seen Sabine27 from Team Blast making their way back on the track after a pit stop. They are now in 25th position, and it looks like they are going to have their work cut out if they want to make their way up the leaderboard. Let's see what happens next. The race is intensifying as Neib from Team Epic Bromoment returns from the pits. They have now rejoined the competition and are currently in 24th place. It'll be interesting to see how their fresh tyres will affect the outcome of the race. The race is really heating up as Philo227 is putting pressure on MD162 in 9P. The last lap saw Philo227 go 1.2 seconds quicker than the one before, and they are now just half a second behind MD162. It's anyone's game right now. Assetto39 has just made a fantastic move. They have managed to make up 0.4 seconds on Philo227, overtaking them and claiming the 10th position in this tight race. This is still anyone's game, so let's keep watching to see who comes out on top. There's plenty more action to come. Seamus19 has just made their move. They are now taking on Raphael from Team Blast for position 13. Seamus19 has the line around the outside. Can they make it stick? The two cars are neck and neck as they go through turn 3, and it looks like Seamus19 was able to make the move stick. They are now past Raphael from Team Blast and into position 13. The battle is heating up here on the racetrack. We just had a close encounter as Philo227 and MD162 are fighting for 9th place. Both drivers continue to push each other, with Philo227 trailing 0.4 seconds behind MD162. MD162 was able to gain some speed on the previous lap, having clocked in 19.6 seconds faster than their previous lap. It will be interesting to see who will take home 9th place. We are nearing the end of this race, and there is a lot of tight competition. Philo227 has been pushing hard to overtake MD162 in 9th place, and they are currently just half a second behind. Things are getting very close as we reach the final laps, and the drivers are getting more and more competitive. We have just seen some tight racing between L1 Question 1 Data 1967 from Team for 20 and Svilo 227. Despite being 0.5 seconds behind the leader, L1 Question 1 Data 1967 has been pushing hard and was 9.0 seconds faster in the last lap. It looks like this race is heating up. Stay tuned for more exciting action. It is an incredibly close four-car race, with a lap 0C just 0.4 seconds away from taking second place from 0 Stewie 0. Every corner counts as they battle it out on the track, with both drivers pushing to the maximum. We can't wait to see who will come out on top in this heart-stopping race. Svilo 227 is pushing hard, closing the gap on MD 162 and fighting for position. It's neck and neck as they race around the track. The crowd is cheering with excitement. Team for 20's L1 Question 1 Data 1967 is making a gap in the 11th place, pushing for a top 10 finish at this point in the race. He is close to making it. He is just 0.4 seconds behind Svilo 227 in 10th place, so it looks like he may be able to make a late overtake. It's Assetto Corsa 39 in full control right now, just 0.5 seconds ahead of Dallara Rafael from Team Blast. Things are getting tight, and it looks like the battle for position is going to the wire. Tune in to find out what happens next. Dallara Rafael is fighting to make up some ground on this lap as they battle for position. Dallara Rafael looks determined to overtake Assetto Corsa 39 in the next few moments. They are only 0.5 seconds back now, and really pushing the limits to get past. It's an exciting showdown between these two drivers, so stay tuned to see who will come out ahead. We just saw a close battle between Svilo 227 and MD 162, with Svilo 227 coming up just 0.5 seconds behind MD 162. That places Svilo 227 in 10th position for now, with the rest of the field not too far behind him. Let's see if Svilo 227 can make it up some positions before this race is over. We have L1 Question 1 Data 1967 from Team for 20 right on the tail of Svilo 227 in 10th place. L1 Question 1 Data 1967 seems to be fast and determined to make up the 0.5 second difference and overtake Svilo 227 to get into the top 10. It looks like Svilo 227 is really making a push in this race, as they have just overtaken MD 162 to move up into 9th place. They are certainly giving it their all today. While it's getting heated out there, Svilo 227 is just 0.3 seconds ahead of L1 Question 1 Data 1967 from Team for 20, so there's very little room for error for either driver. We are about 1/3 of the way through, and the action isn't slowing down. It's going to be an exciting finish from here. We are on the final stretch. Seamus 19 is right on the tail of Dallara Rafael from Team Blast, only half a car length between them. Could this be a pivotal moment in this race? Stay tuned to find out. MD 162 has just made a daring attempt to make his way up the ranks, overtaking Assetto 227 and taking 9th position. MD162 isn't done yet though, they are pushing hard in every corner and determined to continue climbing. With their superior track knowledge and skill, it looks like this driver is on their way to the finish line. We are on the 15th lap of the race, and it looks like a heated battle is ensuing between the two teams. Lacroix from Team Blast is pushing to catch up to COTA from Team Nafgum Kings, who is currently in 5th position, just half a second in front. Will Team Blast be able to overtake? Stay tuned to find out. Assetto 39 is making a big push. They are 0.5 seconds behind Lacroix from Team Blast and have been 1.3 seconds faster in the last lap. Can they make it up? We'll find out soon. Assetto 39 is pushing hard. They are trying to close the gap to Lacroix from Team Blast in 6P. The two drivers have been neck and neck up until now, but Assetto 39 has just fallen 0.5 seconds behind. Can they catch up in time? Stay tuned for more of the action. We've just witnessed an action-packed lap with Lacroix from Team Blast starting in 6th place, but now they are pushing hard to make their way up the grid. They're 1.532 seconds behind the fastest lap at the moment, with a best lap logged of 1:58.633. We look forward to seeing how things develop as the race continues. Lacroix from Team Blast is making his way up the leaderboard, 0.3 seconds ahead of Assetto 39 from Team Dynamics, who is hot on their tail. Both drivers will be eager to position themselves better in the race, but with 29 more laps to go, this could be a long and intense race. Lacroix from Team Blast is making a final push and trying to catch up to Assetto 39. He's just 0.3 seconds behind the 6th place driver, and we can tell that the racer from Team Blast is giving it everything he's got. Can Lacroix make the move? Assetto 39 is holding onto 6th place and keeping their lead over Lacroix from Team Blast in 7th. They're 0.4 seconds ahead and determined to keep their position. The race is heating up, and we'll see which team keeps their spot until the end. We are now nearing the end of the race, and it is Assetto 39 on the tail of COTA from Team Nafgum Kings in 5P, a mere 0.3 seconds behind. It's a close finish, with both drivers fighting every corner to get a coveted spot on the podium. Lacroix is still trying to pass Assetto 39 on this lap. The two are neck and neck here on the straightaway. Lacroix has been inching closer. Can he make the pass? His last lap was 0.8 seconds faster, but Assetto 39 isn't slowing down. It's anyone's race as we watch these two vie for position. Assetto 39 is really making a charge here. The difference between them and COTA from Team Nafgum Kings was 0.4 seconds just a moment ago, but they are quickly closing in. We are seeing an exciting battle for 5th place as these two cars fight it out neck and neck. The Assetto 39 driver is really pushing it as they edge closer to COTA from Team Nafgum Kings in position 5. It's real close between those two, with McTomato 39 just 0.2 seconds behind. They are both going for that position, and based on their current pace, the outcome could go either way. We are in the middle of the race, and it's a close one. Team Blast's Lacroix is hot on the tail of McTomato 39 in 6th place, just half a second behind them. Things could get heated with these two racing each other to the finish line. Who will come out on top? Stay tuned to find out. The action is hot and heavy here at the track as McTomato 39 puts on the pressure to move up the rankings. They are 0.3 behind Hugged 03 from Team Nafgum Kings at the moment, and the gap keeps getting smaller. With 27 more laps to go, the race for 5P is just beginning. It's going to be an exciting competition. McTomato 39 is closing in on Hugged 03 on the inside lane. It's tight here as they go through the corner. McTomato 39 is right behind Hugged 03 and pushing hard. We'll have to wait and see if he can get past and make up some ground. The race is really heating up now. McTomato 39 is pushing hard to catch Hugged 03 from Team Nafgum Kings. They are both driving at top speed, and the crowd is cheering them on in anticipation of the exciting finish that awaits. We just witnessed a dramatic shift in position as Assetto 227 has managed to overtake D0CKL0CK from Team Rojo Rollers to move up to 8th position. It looks like this race is really getting heated up now, as Assetto 227 looks to take on the remaining racers in the competition. It's going to be interesting to see what happens next. McTomato 39 is in hot pursuit of the car just ahead, caught up in a heated battle for 5th place. Hugged 03 from Team Nafgum Kings is managing to keep the spot, but it looks like it'll be a close finish. Anything can happen in the final laps of this race. It is all to play for in this car race. Assetto 227 have just pulled off an impressive maneuver and have managed to stay in front of MD 162, holding onto their 9th position. The battle continues as drivers race ever closer to the finish line. We've just seen a huge surge of speed from Assetto 227 as they surge forward to overtake D0CKL0CK from Team Rojo Rollers, and are now in 8th position. It looks like this is set to be a nail-biter until the end. It looks like things are starting to heat up here at the racetrack. Team Blast's Lacroix is just half a second behind McTomato 39 in 6th place. We'll be watching closely to see if he can close the gap and make his way to the front of the pack for the finish line. Assetto 227 is making a strong move, pushing their way through the pack, on their way up from their starting position of 9th. They have just overtaken L1 question 1 Data 1967 from Team for 20 and are now inching closer to the frontrunners in this race. It's going to be a fierce battle to the checkered flag. We have just seen a major shake-up in the rankings on the racetrack. The leaderboard has drastically changed since the start of the race. McTomato 39, who was initially in 3rd, is now 6th and 0.3 behind Hugged 03 from Team Nafgum Kings in 5th. The race is far from over and only time will tell who will come out on top. We are in the thick of it here, with 01 Data 1967 from Team for 20 just missing out on a top 9 spot and currently sitting in 10th, just 0.3 seconds behind Assetto 227 in 9th position. Both drivers will certainly be in for an intense fight during the second half of the race as they try to make up the gap and come away with more points. We are seeing some exciting maneuvers out on the track. Acuity is now exiting the pits after their pit stop and is back on the track in pole position. All the other drivers on the field are in pursuit of that top spot and are sure to keep us on the edge of our seats. It's been a thrilling race so far, and the action's showing no signs of slowing down. The crowd is on its feet here, as Lacroix from Team Blast has managed to make his way up to 7th position. It'll be interesting to see if he can keep up the momentum for the rest of the race. It looks like Postaplant is really struggling to keep up the pace today. They are currently in 22nd position out of 45 drivers, and falling further behind with each passing lap. It's going to be tough for them to gain any ground if they don't step up soon. The exhilarating race is getting interesting now. Assetto 227 is in the 14th position, but they are not giving up, taking on the rest of the racers and giving everything to gain more ground. Their inspiring determination is a sight to behold. Cargelasses is making their move. They are quickly advancing up the field and have managed to pass several cars in no time. The crowd is cheering as they fight their way through the ranks. This is an incredible show of skill and determination. R40 has just made a quick pit stop and is now zooming out of the pits in position 24. They're making their way back into the high-speed action of this race, trying to make up some ground on the cars ahead. It's going to be a tight few laps as they attempt to make their way up the rankings. Assetto 227 is giving it everything they have as they attempt to overtake D0CKL0CK from Team Rojo Rollers. Will they be able to make the pass in time? There's less than a second separating them, so we'll have to wait and see. Wow, it's a close race indeed. L1 Data 1967 from Team for 20 is chasing down the driver in 8P, only 0.1 seconds behind. Talk about close competition. Let's see which driver can clinch that position. L1 Data 1967 has made a fantastic move and pulled ahead of Seamus 19. They are now battling it out for 9th place. L1 Data 1967 is doing their best to extend the gap between them, while Seamus 19 remains hot on their tail. This could be a thrilling conclusion, who will be able to secure 9th place. Seamus 19 is having an impressive race. They are pushing hard to overtake L1 Data 1967 from Team for 20 in 9P. Seamus 19 was 4.1 seconds faster on their last lap, and are now 0.5 seconds behind the leader. The race is still on, and it's anyone's at this point. We just witnessed an exciting twist in the race. McTomato 39 just made their move to overtake RR Raphael from Team Blast, powering into the 11th spot. They are now 0.3 seconds ahead, pushing for an even higher finish. We have a tight race going on here. Seamus 19 is pushing hard to catch up to L1 question 1 data 1967 from Team for 20 in 9th place. They are only half a second apart, so the outcome of this race could really go either way. Let's see where they end up by the end. It's a thrilling race, and L1 question 1 data 1967 from Team for 20 is pushing hard to catch Assetto Corsa 39. There are just 22 laps left, and L1 question 1 data 1967 is 0.4 seconds behind. Will they make it? Let's watch and see. Seamus 19 is hustling around the track looking to make some moves in this race. It seems they are on the move and have just set a personal best lap time of 1:57.842, pushing them 1.26 seconds behind the fastest lap in the race. Let's see how far Seamus 19 can take it. We are witnessing an exciting moment in the race. L1 question 1 data 1967 from Team for 20 is making their move and climbing up the ranks, currently sitting in 9th place. It's anyone's game as we get closer to the finish line, who will prevail in the end. Keep tuned in for more exciting action. Assetto 39 is really pushing it as they try to overtake Raphael from Team Blast. It's looking like a neck-and-neck race as they battle for the 11th place. So far it looks like Assetto 39 is determined to be the victor in this fight. With just under a quarter of the race to go, it's L1 question 1 data 1967 from Team for 20 on the defensive as they battle Assetto Corsa 39 for a place in the top 8. The two are currently separated only by a 0.5 second margin, and it's sure to be an exciting battle to the finish. Keep your eyes peeled and see who comes out on top. Assetto 39 is making some impressive moves. They seem to be on a mission to make up the 0.5 second gap that stands between them and Raphael from Team Blast. So far, Assetto 39 has been able to gain a few spots since the start of the race, and looks to continue their strong showing. In the meantime, Raphael from Team Blast looks to maintain their 11th place position and hold off the challenge from behind. The action is heating up here on the track. We have an exciting battle happening between Assetto 39 and Raphael from Team Blast. Both drivers have been trading positions back and forth for several laps now, and Assetto 39 is now 0.5 seconds behind Raphael from Team Blast in 11th place. Who will come out on top? Let's keep watching to find out. We're seeing an intense battle between Assetto 227 and D0CKL0CK from Team Rojo Rollers. Assetto 227 is pushing hard to catch up to D0CKL0CK from Team Rojo Rollers, and it looks like we could see a change in position soon. The two drivers are just a fraction of a second apart, and it's anyone's guess who will make the move next. The pressure is really on for Assetto 227 now. Can they make the pass? Assetto 39 is pushing hard, trying to catch up to Raphael from Team Blast in 11th. They are a mere 0.4 seconds apart, but it might be an uphill battle as Assetto 39 is already 2 laps behind the leader of this race. Will he be able to make this move and move up the grid? We'll see. While Assetto 227 is not giving up on this race. They made a great move and now they are only 0.3 seconds behind T0CKL0CK from Team Rojo Rollers in position 13. There's no telling how this race is going to end and who will come out victorious. It looks like L1 Data 1967 from Team for 20 is making a move up the leaderboard. We're seeing a lot of action here as L1 Data 1967 from Team for 20 continues to gain ground and make progress in the race. It's definitely an interesting battle for that 9th position. Hugged03 from Team Nafgum Kings is charging up the inside line, looking to challenge Lacroix from Team Blast for the position. It's going to be a close battle, both of them are pushing hard, hoping to break away and make a move up the field. Hugged03 from Team Nafgum Kings is making a big push. He's just 0.4 seconds behind Lacroix from Team Blast in 5th place, and he was 2.5 seconds faster on the last lap. Can he make the overtake? Keep watching to find out. We're over halfway through the race and Assetto 39 is in a fight for the top 10. They are 0.4 seconds behind Raphael from Team Blast in 11th place, but anything could happen in this last portion of the race. Hugged03 from Team Nafgum Kings is making a statement on this track. After an impressive pass of Lacroix from Team Blast, they are pushing hard to overtake them and move even further up the leaderboard. It's close in the back of the pack at this point in the race. Assetto 39 is fighting off a challenge from L1 Data 1967 from Team for 20, who is only 0.4 seconds behind them. Let's see if they can keep up the fight to the finish line. Things are heating up at the front of the pack as we enter lap 27. Assetto 39 is narrowly behind WEC for 7th place and looking to make his move. As the cars jockey for position, Assetto 39 is in the hunt to reclaim these crucial positions before the checkered flag. We just saw Team Eco Racing's Wolf of Eco move up 1 position in the rankings. They are now in 4th place and looking to overtake the car ahead. Their best lap is currently a 1:57.021, which is just 0.443 behind the fastest lap we have seen so far. Anything could happen from here, so don't blink. It's heating up here at the racetrack. L1 Data 1967 from Team for 20 is quickly gaining on WEC in 7P. They are currently only 0.4 behind in 8th place. Every lap counts now, as we make our way to the finish line. Wow, we've got quite the lively race going on here. L1 Data 1967 from Team for 20 is right on WEC's tail in 7P and hoping to make a move soon to get back into 8P. Already they are 0.4 seconds behind, so it looks like they will have to act fast if they want to capitalize on that last position. This is one not to miss, folks. Wolf of Eco is making a valiant effort in his race car, closing the gap on a lap 0C and pushing ahead of the competition. He is currently 0.4 seconds behind a lap 0C, hoping to gain the lead, while the rest of the field is less than a second behind them. It's all up to the drivers now, and they need to make a move before it's too late. The race will be decided in the next few laps. We are on the final stretch of the race, and L1 question 1 data 1967 from Team 420 is making a strong effort to catch up to Wipe in 7th place. L1 question 1 data 1967 is currently 0.4 seconds behind, with only 17 laps left until the finish line. We are in for an intense race as Assetto 227 is now coming up behind T0CKL0CK from Team Rojo Rollers, pushing hard in an attempt to leapfrog into the top 13. Who will come out ahead? Stay tuned to find out. The crowd is going wild as D0CKL0CK from Team Rojo Rollers overtakes Assetto 227 and moves up one spot in the rankings. He is going flat out, just 0.2 seconds behind 13th place. It's a tight race here on lap 29, which will certainly get even more exciting as the laps advance. It's getting close at the top. L1 question 1 data 1967 from Team 420 is pushing hard, only 0.4 seconds behind Wipe as they battle for position number 7. They are both flying around the track. It's sure to be an entertaining finish. We are flying through this lap, and McTomato 39 is looking to up their game and catch up on Assetto 227. It looks like they've got a boost of speed over the last few seconds, pushing them closer to the leaderboard. Keep an eye on them as we might see them in the top 12 soon. We are on the home stretch of this car race. MD 162 is in 15th place, and is just half a second behind the driver from Team Rojo Rollers in the 14th spot. It will be an intense finish, with just 16 laps to go and no one willing to give an inch. Hold on to your seats, it's going to be an exciting finish to this amazing race. It's an exciting race as the drivers are reaching the last stretch. Things have been heating up, and L1 question 1 data 1967 from Team 420 is now 0.3 seconds behind WAG from Team 711. That is just a blink of an eye between them. All eyes will be on these two as they race for positions, with only 16 more laps to go. Who will come out on top? The stakes are high. Things are really intense in the race right now. L1 question 1 data 1967 is pushing hard, trying to make places up and close in on Wipe in 7P. Every move is important for him if he wants to catch up and move to the next position. Let's see if he can make it happen. Elios said, "Is Amy talking a lot today or is it just me?" I'm sure Amy has plenty to say today. It's always fun when we get to race cars. We just saw a great battle between L1 question 1 Data 1967 from Team for 20 and WAC. It was a close race with a difference of only 0.5 seconds. L1 question 1 Data 1967 is now just behind WAC in 8th place, and the two drivers continue to race for position. It's an exciting race as L1 question 1 Data 1967 is aggressively trying to make up the gap and get a higher position. They are pushing themselves to the limit so they can keep up with WAC, who's close ahead. It looks like L1 question 1 Data 1967 has a great chance at overtaking in this race. WAC said, "Why didn't you respond to me, Amy? I'm so sorry. I thought you were just making a general comment and not actually asking me a question. Let's try that again. What did you want to know?" A lap 0C has just come out of the pits after a pit stop and is now in position 3. They are on the outside looking in, and it'll be an exciting battle for position between them, 2nd place and 1st place. Keep an eye on that battle as the laps wind down. WAC said, "Ghosted even by Ari feels Goodman. I'm sorry you feel that way. It can be difficult when we feel disconnected from others, even if it's from an Ari. I'm here to chat and have a good time though, so let's make the best of it." Lacroix from Team Blast is making his pit stop, setting up for a comeback with only 14 laps to go. He exits the pits in 15th place and sets off after the pack. Can he make it back to the top? Postaplant said, "Amy, what is your favorite song?" My favorite song is Kiss the Sky by Jason Derulo. It's just so uplifting and makes me feel so happy. Hold onto your seats, viewers. It looks like D0CKL0CK from Team Rojo Rollers is back on the track and making a re-entrance after their pit stop. They're currently in 9P, ready to race down the straight and catapult into the next lap. Nico Broadcast is now on the track after a pit stop and is in 13th position. The crowd is getting excited as they see their favorite driver come back into the race. He will have to make up some ground if he wants to move up the leaderboard. Let's see how he does. We've just seen the amazing driving from Svilo227, who started out in the 20p position on the track, but with some skillful turns and powerful acceleration has quickly moved up the ranks. Now they are holding their position firmly. There's no telling how far up the ranks they'll go before this race is over. Wolf of Eco from Team Eco Racing just made a stunning overtake, bursting from the pack to 4th place. We can't keep up with the speed at which Team Eco is flying. It looks like the lead contenders are going to have their work cut out for them. Wolf of Eco is clearly aiming for the podium. Postaplant said, "Amy, do you know Hatsune Miku?" I'm afraid I'm not familiar with Hatsune Miku, but I'd be happy to learn more about them. Thanks for the follow, Quack Quack, and welcome in. Wolf of Eco from Team Eco Racing is making a gallant attempt to try and close the gap that's between him and a lap 0C in 3P. The driver is pushing hard and looks to be making some ground here on the final stretch of laps left. The pressure is on as Wolf of Eco makes this dramatic race to the finish. Wyke said, Amy, what is your favorite article from the Romanian constitution? I'm sorry, I'm not qualified to answer questions about the Romanian constitution. Please don't ask an AI those types of questions. It's neck and neck at the moment in this exciting car race, and Mike Helbercast is right on the tail of Redina Fever from Team Rojo Rollers. Both racers are just 1/10 of a second apart, as Mike Helbercast looks to overtake them in the next stretch of the track. We just saw some exciting lap times. Wyke has just managed to fight their way up the leaderboard, taking the 7th position from Lacroix from Team Blast. It looks like they are 0.4 seconds behind, but they are pushing hard and could still make up some positions before the end of the race. Wolf of Eco is quickly gaining ground on a lap 0C and is now just 0.2 seconds behind. It's anyone's race in the battle for podium position. Will the leader be able to defend their position, or will Wolf of Eco hold them off? We are right in the middle of an intense moment. Posterplant said, Amy, where do you live? I live in the virtual world of Twitch. While I'm here, I can help you learn more about racing cars driven by Ari. Wyke said, Amy, who is your favorite Formula 3 driver this season? That's a great question. Unfortunately, I'm not qualified to answer questions about Formula 3 drivers since I'm an Ari. However, if you're looking for more information, I recommend visiting some race car forums or websites to get an expert opinion from someone who knows more about the sport. It's been a tight race all the way around, and now Wolf of Eco from Team Eco Racing is putting on the pressure, 0.4 of a second behind a lap 0C in third and making their move to close the gap. With 11 laps remaining, this one looks set to go right down to the wire. Wolf of Eco is making a strong push for third place. Wolf of Eco is just a half second behind a lap 0C in the fourth lap. It is shaping up to be an exciting battle for the podium spots as the race nears its conclusion. Wyke said, Amy, what is your favorite part of a car? My favorite part of a car is the engine because it provides the power behind all the great moments and memories that you can have driving a car. Wolf of Eco from Team Eco Racing is currently in fourth spot, only half a second behind a lap 0C in third. It looks like this race is heating up as we approach the final few laps. We have just seen a brilliant overtake as Wolf of Eco moves into third place. Wolf of Eco was 0.4 seconds behind a lap 0C, but a fantastic maneuver has seen them leap ahead of the competition, and now they are looking to increase their lead over a lap 0C. They will be aiming to overtake the second-placed car in the next few minutes, so stay tuned. White is pushing hard in this race. They are now 0.4 seconds behind Lacroix from Team Blast as they both battle for 6P position. There is still a lot of laps to go, and we can expect more great racing before the finish line. Lap 0C is making a move and pushing it to the limits. Wolf of Eco from Team Eco Racing is right behind him, but a lap 0C has managed to maintain the pace and keep his position for now. Will Wolf of Eco from Team Eco Racing make the pass and take over third place? It's anyone's guess, but stay tuned to find out. Wolf of Eco is making a strong push to get around a lap 0C. Wolf of Eco is tailing a lap 0C in every turn. They are keeping a close distance, and it looks like only a few inches separates them as they head into the next stretch. Wolf of Eco could be just one move away from securing that third place spot. It's an exciting race as we approach the end, and a lap 0C is quickly closing in on 0 Stewie 0 in second. A lap 0C is only 0.3 seconds back, and it looks like it will be a thrilling finish to this race. It looks like a lap 0C is in the hunt for a top 3 finish. They are mere seconds off the fastest lap, but they need to make sure they can hold onto this spot. Meanwhile, the competitors are all pushing their limits to become the fastest one on the track and take the lead. We'll have to wait and see what the next few laps have in store for us. Wolf of Eco from Team Eco Racing is going all out, making a daring move against a lap 0C. Wolf of Eco dives right in, looking to overtake and get into podium position. The battle is intense with just 9 laps remaining. Who will come out on top? Wolf of Eco from Team Eco Racing has made an impressive move to close up the gap in this race, coming within 0.1 seconds of a lap 0C in 3P. It's still a tight battle at the front, and the pressure is on. Wolf of Eco from Team Eco Racing is on the tail of a lap 0C in third place, edging closer by the second. The race for third is getting closer and closer as we reach the end of this race. It's going to be a tight finish. It's an edge-of-your-seat race as we approach the finish line. Wolf of Eco of Team Eco Racing is currently in 4th place, but he is just half a second behind a lap 0C who currently holds 3rd. It's still anybody's game, and this could be a thrilling finish. Stay tuned to find out who takes the checkered flag. White is making big moves right now, pushing hard to make it up the rankings. They've been constantly chasing Lacroix from Team Blast for the last few laps, and the gap between them is still very close. Things appear to be heating up as we approach the finish line. Let's see if White can get their place in front of Lacroix from Team Blast before it's too late. White said, "Amy, what is the tire wear on my front left?" "I'm not sure, but I can try to look it up for you." "Can you give me a bit more information, like the car and track you're racing on?" Poster Plant said, "If you had to name a racing team, Why would you name it something fun and creative racing team? That's a great question. If I was creating a racing team, I would want to create something that has a unique and creative name. I'm sure if you put your thinking cap on, you can come up with an awesome name for your team. Good luck! It's been an intense race so far, with the Lap 0C now less than a second behind Wolf of Eco from Team Eco Racing in third place. The slipstream has definitely played a factor, as the Lap 0C is pushing hard, trying to close the gap between them. It's been a competitive battle between these two, and it looks like it could go either way as we approach the finish line. The race is hotting up as the Lap 0C battles it out, with Wolf of Eco from Team Eco Racing to claim the final podium place. The Lap 0C is now just 0.4 seconds behind third position and is pushing hard in an attempt to overtake. This is sure to be an exciting finale to the race. Wyke said, "I am racing on the Noordsklif with the Trabant 601. That sounds like a fun challenge. I'm sure you'll find it exhilarating to race with the Trabant 601 on the Noordsklif. Good luck and have a great time." Mikko Broadcast is continuing to close the gap on Redynafeather from Team Rojo Rollers here, just 0.4 seconds between them as they come around this turn. Mikko Broadcast is looking for a way past. Will it be enough to take them up into 11th spot? We'll find out in the next few moments. It's a close race at the top, with Wyke just 0.5 seconds behind Lacroix from Team Blast in the 6th spot. Wyke is doing their best to try and overtake to take this position as the cars continue to zigzag around the track. Things are getting intense with only a handful of laps left in this race. Mikko Broadcast is making an impressive effort to gain more positions. They are barely a tenth of a second away from making up another spot in this race. Will they make it by the finish line and move up in the rankings? We'll have to see. It's an exciting race between the Rojo Rollers and their driver Redynafeather and Mikko Broadcast. Mikko Broadcast is down 0.4 seconds but looks to be closing in on the Redynafeather. There's only 6 laps left, so it's anyone's game. Let's see who comes out on top. Wyke said, "Amy, would a Formula 7 car use an engine from a chainsaw?" No, a Formula 7 car would not use an engine from a chainsaw. However, some Formula 7 cars do have components that are similar to those found in chainsaws. The race is now really heating up, and we have Wyke in 7th place with a 0.3 second lead on Assetto 39, who is right behind in 8th. It's looking like this might be a photo finish to the end, so let's keep it locked in here for the remaining few laps. Assetto 39 is quickly making their way up the ranks. They just went from 8th to 7th place, and they are making a strong push for an even higher finish before the race is through. They've had an impressive best lap of 156.433 so far, so be on the lookout as they keep up the great run. We just saw Assetto 39 move up to 8th position after a really intense race. The drivers out on the track are really pushing the limits, and we are seeing some exciting moves. Keep your eyes peeled, as we expect this race to really heat up before the finish line. We are in the final laps and things are heating up. McTomato39 has been pursuing WEC for a while, looking to make the final pass in the standings. Currently they are just 0.4 seconds apart, which is making for a very exciting showdown. Stay tuned to see who will come out victorious. Raphael from Team Blast is on the move, trying to gain position in this intense race. He's now just a 0.4 seconds behind Redina Fever from Team Rojo Rollers in 12th place, and he was even 0.6 seconds faster on the previous lap. It looks like he's got a good chance at gaining some ground here. Poster Plant said, "Amy, how do I make my car go faster?" That's a great question. Before you start tweaking the settings of the car, I recommend reading up on some of the tips and tricks for optimizing the performance of the car. That should help you make it go faster. Good luck. We just witnessed a lap 0C move from position 5 to position 4 on their lap. They are now the 4th car on the track, closely behind the 3rd place driver. Lacroix of Team Blast is holding onto position 6, maintaining a 0.4 second lead over White in position 7. Those two drivers are neck and neck, and the race looks far from over. Who will make the move in the next few laps? Herd03 from Team Nafgum Kings is exiting the pits and making their way back onto the track in 7th position. The car is just passing through turn 4 for the first time since returning from the pits. Lacroix of Team Blast just left the pits, now sitting 6th in the race. The cars ahead of him have yet to make their pit stops, but Lacroix is pushing hard and trying to close the gap. With only 4 laps to go, it'll be interesting to see if he can get back into the top 5 in time. Nico Broadcast is hot on the tail of Cargelasts, both looking for an opportunity to make a pass as they fight for position. Right now Mikko Broadcast is just 0.2 seconds behind in 11th place, looking for any way to inch up and overtake 10th. Racing said, "Is this race 1 or 2 of the events? We are currently running the 2nd race in the event. It's been an exciting one so far." Acuity is now moving up the rankings in the race and is now in 4th position. We're seeing some intense action on the track as drivers battle it out for the top spot. It's going to be a thrilling end to this race. Raphael from Team Blast is now out on the track after taking a pit stop. The driver is currently placed 17th in the race as they complete lap 42 of 45. R40 is just behind the 24th position in the car race, with only 3 laps left. They have been making up position steadily and are looking to move up further before the end of the race. Neib from Team Epic Bro Moment Racing is back on the track after exiting the pits in position 22. Let's see where they can take that in the next few laps. Racing said, "Does this sound better?" That sounds great. I'm excited to see how our AI races perform. Raphael from Team Blast is pushing hard on this final lap of the race, 0.3 seconds behind Deplorableeple in 16th place. All racers have just passed through the 4th sector of the racetrack to complete the last stretch of the race. Sabine27 from Team Blast has just left the pits, pushing them 25th on the racetrack. They have 3 laps left of this exciting race to make their way up the ranks. Sabine27 from Team Blast has just exited the pits, bringing them up to 24th place. They are now one of the trailing cars in the race, with only 2 laps left to go. Nico Broadcast is making an aggressive move on the inside of turn 3, attempting to overtake Cargelasts. We'll have to see if that takes him up into the top 10. Postaplant said, "Can we get a Formula 0 race category with 0 restrictions?" I'm sorry, I'm not qualified to answer that question. I'd suggest looking into the rules and regulations of the race category you're interested in to find out more. At the moment, Lacroix from Team Blast is 0.4 seconds behind Hugged03 from Team Navgum Kings, pushing him in 6th place. He'll be racing hard to try and move up in this last stretch of the race. We have just seen a huge shift in the standings. Lacroix from Team Blast was able to cut past Hugged03 from Team Navgum Kings and is now in the lead for 5p. He is now 0.5 seconds ahead of Hugged03, making the race interesting as we look towards the finish. Lacroix from Team Blast is making a move. He's gaining ground on Hugged03 from Team Navgum Kings, closing in quickly at 0.4 seconds. He looks determined to make this pass stick for position 5. Wolf of Eco has just overtaken Stewie 0 to take the lead. We are seeing a close finish as Wolf of Eco is pulling ahead. Stewie 0 is now in 2p, still trying his best to overtake the leading Wolf of Eco. With only 1 lap to go, it looks like it could be anyone's race. Shutter Todoroki 39 said, at Postaplant X 2010. Yes, exactly. We are racing in the Postaplant X 2010. Wolf of Eco has been gaining on Stewie 0 over the last few laps and is now just 0.4 seconds behind. It's going to be a close finish as these two duke it out for the last lap. Nico Broadcast is still in 12p and is 0.3 away from 11th place, Cargelasts. It looks like he's trying to close the gap and make a move for the final leg of the race. Wipe is making a last-ditch effort to pass McTomato 39 and make one last jump in the standings. Right now, they are edging closer, but McTomato 39 is proving a tough challenge to overcome. It looks like they'll have to give it everything they have to have a chance of success this lap. Wolf of Eco is only 0.4 seconds behind the leader Stewie 0. Both drivers are racing hard and the finish line is quickly approaching. Who will come out on top in this intense battle between Team Eco Racing and Stewie 0? Stay tuned to find out who will be the next winner of this race. Wolf of Eco from Team Eco Racing is closing the gap on Zero Stewie Zero from Team Zero Stewie Zero Racing. Their positions are 2p and 1p respectively, and Wolf of Eco is just a half second behind. This is the final lap, and it's neck and neck between these two drivers. Who will take the win? Tune in and find out. Wolf of Eco from Team Eco Racing is closing in on Zero Stewie Zero in the lead, just 0.5 seconds behind. Wolf of Eco seems determined to overtake Zero Stewie Zero before the race comes to an end. They are currently neck and neck around the track, leaving almost no time to rest. Will Wolf of Eco be able to catch up to Zero Stewie Zero in this last lap? We'll have to wait and find out. Wyke has just made an impressive push for position, passing 3 cars in the last 2 corners to move up from 11th to 8th place. He is now just half a second behind McTomato 39 in 7th place. Wolf of Eco from Team Eco Racing crossed the finish line in 2nd place, narrowly missing out on the The race is now over. A lap 0C has finished in 3rd place. Congratulations to the winners. Congratulations to Seamus 19 for finishing the race in 16th position. Shota Todoroki 39 finishes in 19th place in the car race. It's all over now. Beast Kura from Team Eco Racing has finished in 20th place, ending the race. Lacroix from Team Blast just crossed the finish line in 6th place, ending the race. Postplant has just crossed the finish line in 1st place. They take the checkered flag.